Neat stuff, neat stuff.
Hi there, Skinner Gary. Today's neat stuff is on backing your trailer up. I try to get pull-throughs because I'm not that great at backing up. It's as you back a trailer up, I mean, it's naturally when you put your hand up here and you basically go this way, it's to go that way. But when a trailer, when you go this way, you go that way. So it's confusing. The first trick that somebody told me a long time ago when you're backing the trailer up, instead of putting your hands on the top of the wheel, put them on the bottom of the wheel. And that way, as you go this way, then you're back into the natural, then you are going to go that way versus going this way and you're going to go that way. It does help a little bit. They also have devices. Our F-150 has a trailer backup aid, which has a little target that you put on there. You have to go through and measure where this target goes, and it works off of your camera, and you basically just turn the wheel, and the wheel directs the trailer. Now, the problem that I have with this is every time I've attempted to use it with the trailer, it doesn't go. It keeps telling me, pull up to calibrate, pull up to calibrate. I've had it where I pulled, a long ways up and it never did calibrate. I think some of the problems is that the propane cover covers the majority, or covers at least half of the little target that goes on there. And where the target goes on the trailers that I've had, they actually don't set flat. They're kind of sitting on a seam and it bends over, and I'm sure what's happening is the camera's saying, what the heck's going on here? It's just not, so that's why it's telling me to pull up and calibrate. One other way that's very simple is using a walkie-talkie, just a simple, very inexpensive walkie-talkie that you put an individual behind and they talk to you through it. Now you can do the same thing with a cell phone, which, so you don't even have to have the walkie-talkie. I've also used backup cameras. Now the original Loretta came pre-wired for a Furrion backup observation camera. Installation of these backup or observation cameras, pretty simple. If you're going with the Furrion, you basically just take off a faceplate and there's a wire in there and you plug it straight in. They're usually set up where they're already synced to the monitor and the camera, but if they're not, the directions tell you how to do it. And you just set the monitor up on the one side, hooked up into your cigarette lighter, and you have the camera set on the back, which is powered typically by your running lights. So that is one thing, if you're going to use this going down the road, you're going to have your lights on. The Furrion that I originally had, I've gone through actually 2 of them. And the last one, when it went out, I went ahead and went with a HaloView. And it's a bigger screen. It actually cost a little bit less. And so far, the only problem I've had with it is the antenna doesn't stick straight up because it's bigger. And one thing about the antennas, when your antenna sets, it puts like a donut around signal. And if your antenna's tipping down, the donut is going this way. And if your antenna's back over here, it could have a little signal problem. So you really want to have the antenna sticking up on both. The way I solved this problem was I got an external antenna with 15 foot of line, and it's on a magnetic stand and it sticks on the top of my vehicle. It's a little bit different with the HaloView because the HaloView is not going to plug directly into the Furrion. So you need an adapter that hooks between them, but these are all, you can buy these on Amazon. You're also going to have to remove the housing, and you need to buy a bracket that goes and replaces that. Very simple though. It went together fairly easy. If you go camping, you are going to have to back up at least every once in a while. Backing up with these tools and these ideas will hopefully help you, and I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you next week.
If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up.
Turn on your post notifications.
Put the comments down below. Subscribe and it'll make me happy.